I'll make a brand new start of it in old New York.
Everybody, my name is Tommy and this is the Gallery Backyard BBQ, and this is a collaboration with Cooking with Corey and Cooking with Rexy. This is the linguine and clams. I'll leave the link up above and the link down below, right? I want you to run over there and check out and see what they did with this recipe. They're two awesome channels that will definitely kick it, right? Course, and this is some basic prep. We got some Italian parsley for Corey, of course. We got some garlic, right? About 4 or 5 cloves. We got 2 shallots and about 1/4 of an onion, right? I like to sneak 1/4 of an onion in there, of course. And there you go. Now on your clams, you want to run or put in cold water for 20 minutes to a half hour, and they will filter themselves, right? They will filter the water, clean themselves, and spit out any sand that they may have. Also inspect your clams. You want them all closed, right? All closed. And this is our ingredients list. We got Italian parsley. We got shallots and onions. We got 5 cloves of garlic, right? We got Pinot Grigio, we got some Pancetta, and of course a lemon and some clams, right? And salt and pepper, of course. Now that butter is in there just to see if we were hot. You don't have to put it in there because the Pancetta is it's like a cured bacon, right? So it'll spit out some grease, right? And you're going to basically put your pancetta in there, and you want to brown it for about 4 or 5 minutes. So Pancetta in Italian. From that, you want to add your 4 to 5 cloves of chopped garlic, right? Of course. And you'll saute all these flavors, right? We're building flavors now. We got the pancetta, we got the garlic, and we're going to cook it and get it all happy, and we are going to go from there. And of course some fresh cracked black pepper, why not? And I'll drop a couple large grain of salt in there, just a little bit, And from that you want to get your shallots and onion in there. Again, this is about 1 to 2 shallots, nicely chopped, and about 1/4 onion, that's all. Now at this point, if you want to kick it up a couple notches, you could put some fresh red pepper flakes in there, right? That'll kick it up. I chose not to do it, so of course I don't, right? But you like the spice, add it, of course. And basically what you're doing is adding just a little bit of olive oil in there to help release all these oils, all these flavors that is cooking up in that pot, right? That is a lot of flavor in there. And from there, maybe a juice of 1 lemon, right? Juice of 1 lemon. There you go. So good right there. And of course, we're going to put some Italian parsley in there, right? And a nice color. I mean, you can stuff a clam right with that stuff right there, and you have a nice Clams Casino or a stuffed clam, right? But we're going to take it a little further than that. And we got everything nicely browned, as you can see. And basically from there, we're going to go with about a half a cup of white wine, right? You want to pick a You want to pick a nice dry white wine, and look, if you like if you'll drink it, you'll cook with it. That's what I like to say. And now you'll just kind of reduce that down a little bit, and then you'll get your clams in there. And then keep in mind, as your clams cook and as your clams open up, they will release more liquid into your sauce, right? So just keep that in mind. And as you see, I stuck a little butter in there. Why not? And you'll get your clams in there, and you'll bring that up to a nice rolling simmer, and you'll cover it, right? Because at this point, we want to get those clams to open up. Now we'll give that a little toss, get everything going, right? You don't have to do that. You can, of course, mix it with a spoon, right? Of course, with a spoon. And I'm just going to add a little bit of olive oil. And at this point, like I said, a nice simmer, and put a cover on it, and it should take about 10-15 minutes for those clams to pop open. And as you can see there, they're starting to open. Oh yeah. And as you can see there, they're opened up some more, but there are still some that are closed, right? So we know, maybe a couple more minutes. And that is, if you had some bread right now, you dip that in there, and you're one happy person. I guarantee it. You just guarantee your happiness. And about another 5 minutes later, and there you are, right? There you go. And you can see most of those clams are opened up. I'd say total cooking time approximately 15 minutes, but it'll vary, right? It'll always vary a little bit. How about a juice of another lemon in there, right? Wow. And about a little butter in there, right? You could use unsalted or salted. A little parsley for Corey, of course. Cover that up, and just to melt that butter a little bit, and we're good to go, right? Now listen, on here I know we're pretty filled up in the saute pan there, but I like to always add my pasta in. It helps makes for a better presentation, right? So you can add it in, or you can not add it in. That's totally up to you. And when I talk a presentation, I talk of this right here. That's presentation, and that'll feed a small army, right? We got about 32 clams going on there, and that is well, look, that's a party in a pot, isn't it? Of course. I think he makes that shit up. I mean, you can cook this at home for about $20. It varies, and if you've got this in a restaurant, you're going to pay double that, right? I mean, how good does that look with the pancetta and the garlic in there, with the parsley, the clam, the spaghetti? I mean, oh man, and this was a good cook. Alrighty, look, I'm going to wrap this up. I like to thank Rexy at Cooking with Rexy, and of course Corey at Cooking with Corey. This is a fun collab to do. This is a great, easy dish to make, right? I want to thank all my subscribers for always checking in, right? Leave that thumbs up. Don't forget to leave that Well, don't forget to leave that comment. YouTube likes that. It's very important to the channel. And listen, until next time, we shall see you soon.